In the bottom right, playing as the purple Sedge, we've got OgreNade up against Warble. Once again playing Mercia. I think they've exclusively played Mercia this event.
I've not seen any other pick from him. So like, almost definitely Mercia player. Whatever.
I am curious. I'm very curious to see how Warble's going to do in a format where they're forced to pick multiple commanders. Because for as much as I'm loving watching them play Mercia and pushing Mercia to the max, I'm curious how they're going to do when they're forced to be like a more of an all-rounder player.
I mean, probably better.
That's true. I mean, well, we've got Sedgehun on this call, and
Oh yeah?
yeah, like
Oh, yeah,
Sedge,
I'm here.
Sedge, you were once like exclusively a Sedge player, and then we forced you to play other commanders, and then you
Yeah,
did really
until
well.
Ragnarok
So
happened.
yeah,
Until Ragnarok happened, yeah.
Oh, I was mostly saying like Mercia isn't that strong. For example, it's not as strong as Sedge. It's like mid tier maybe, or low mid, or top of low.
She's better than Sigrid for sure.
Yeah, clearly. But what I'm saying is she's worse than Sedge, for example. So
Oh, much worse.
Warble is at a clear disadvantage in this game.
I mean, I
because-
wouldn't call commanders bad and good in Wargroove. I would say they are different. Like I would say they are different in. They
I
excel in
would say
different things, right?
like
So,
there are definitely commanders that are better than others, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
like,
sure.
Yeah, sure. But like,
Sigrid excels at like healing herself, which is
Yeah.
not very important. So she's bad. You see how they're different, and that makes some
Yeah,
of
of
them
course.
like
Of
worse.
course, it's like better and worse. But like it's like a mindset of like, I try to like look at commanders as like, okay, so how can I make this commander good, right? So like that's my mindset. So like that's what I did with Sedge. My whole playstyle was around aggression and fighting and just killing people, and that's because I only play Sedge. So the commander kind of defines the style you play. And in Mercia's case, they're gonna go with lots of huge units and they're gonna fight and they're gonna heal after fighting. So that's gonna be their playstyle. So like
Okay,
essentially,
well,
That's fair.
speaking
yeah,
of healing,
there we go.
healing
First
aura
healing
comes off.
coming up.
And actually, Warble yoinked, while we were talking just now, Warble's actually yoinked a fortified village. And has warship available on the defense. So Sedge not going to be able to push. OgreNade going to have to figure out what else they're going to do with their commander this game. And Sedge is actually in a very like awkward tile to be in. Can't really do any kind of pressure from there. Like ideally you'd want to like run up and hit the other village, which the warship doesn't cover, but not going to be able to in this case. And moves the knight away from that fortified. Gets a thief, so they're gonna go for like a kind of delayed grab on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that because for a normal village that's fine. The fortified, you don't steal double from it, but your opponent gets double every turn. It's still there.
Yeah, it takes a long time to do that.
So you probably want to dig up it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I guess if it could capture immediately, like it might be worth it, but yeah, it's a very delayed. And that thief isn't going to be able to fight or anything, so it's like -1 combat unit for a while.
I guess it's a decent blocker if Warble decides to go for an HQ push at some point. And also eventually Warble decides to pull back from that front, eventually there might be a second steal. So there are game states that the thief could be valuable in. So now Warble needs to try and prevent those. And they can be prevented, which is why I think thief isn't like a great build. But if Warble messes up and doesn't prevent them, it can actually turn out okay.
Warble putting a lot of pressure on this right side. The warship has gone around. A lot of pressure. Alright, thief still comes in. Let's see this grab. There's a Kraken on the defense. Interesting. Okay, good. Double dog crit. It's not often you get to see both dogs get the crit, actually. That bar is just going to tank damage for the moment. Okay, thief goes down. Ooh.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think getting the thief was the misplay. I think using the knight would have been better because the knight's just kind of sitting in middle right now.
But can the dragon maybe get trapped? Is there any world where it does get trapped there?
The dragon, maybe.
Kraken can't grab over mountain, so
No,
Oh,
no,
it-
not with
wait,
the
wait, it
grab,
can?
but like.
What? I had no
Yeah,
idea.
Timekey said they tested that. I didn't know that either. Like Timekey said so like yesterday.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Uh, but even without the grab, I was thinking like, if you can trap it there, Harpoon can hit it, right? Next turn. I don't think Harpoon reaches now. Oh no, there's no way to trap it because there's another dragon there. So the other dragon will be able to feed. I think the mother one.
okay. Force Tail on Mercia. I mean, this, depending on what you're going for, makes a lot of sense because you can just deal nice damage. But that's double dragon actually. Ooh, even using a mage, like a regular mage hit to hit a knight.
I'm not sure I agree with this. Because Mercy has heal.
Yeah. I guess the fear here is that like the game will just end. Like that stronghold's looking pretty vulnerable. There's 2 dragons near it.
Yeah.
Healing aura comes
Ooh.
up, heals that sword on the beach
Not
as
bad,
well as the
and
knight. Let's see.
And now we'll get to see will the game end.
There's only
Oh,
no.
so they're just gonna. Okay, they don't care about the witch.
There's
Okay.
only 1 dragon in range of the strongholds. Okay, it goes down.
There's 2 dragons.
It was like 2 dragons and a knight, but I don't think they had 3 tiles to hit from.
No, well, one of the dragons wasn't in range of the strongholds, so
Oh,
Oh yeah, oh yes, yeah, you just arrived.
yeah. So
Hmm.
now you can do the double hit if you survive. But I think one of those dragons is gonna die. Yep, down it goes to the witch. Second witch is available actually.
Yeah. Is the first gonna get picked up? No.
Oh, and there we
No,
start
the-
seeing Sedge be in the position he wants to be in. Lots of units gonna go down this turn. Wagon moves out of the way.
There we go.
And then he can just clean
That's
up a
what I
lot
like
of
to
this
see.
stuff.
There we
Yep.
go.
Ooh, and that sets up a crit on the sword. That's really
Let's
cool
see.
positioning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it kills in 1 hit.
I think OgreNade had a bit of a weaker start to this game, but now momentum's on their side. Like they have Sedge Groove.
Yeah. And
Ooh, and they have a rifle now.
now you realize they've been playing the better shield the whole time. Ooh, but this tower is done.
Yeah, the warship is gonna eat a hit from that air trooper, I think, but
Ooh, true.
I think Warble's fine with that. I think they've got enough momentum on that side to
Yeah.
be comfortable taking a bit of damage. Actually, finally, the ballista's covering the tower right now. So, if,
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
oh wow, that actually really doesn't do a lot of damage. Double ballista comes out. Okay. Ogre is just like, I'm just gonna build long-range units to poke at you, and I'm gonna slowly force you back.
First time. Oh no. Okay. Well.
What groove is said that though?
Let's see,
Just like
181.
180.
So, oh, this is scary though because now Warble is gonna slowly take over the production on the right-hand side.
Yeah, so they don't have to win in the land. They can just stall the land, and they can slowly win on the right.
Yeah.
And the reason why you don't build the ballista is because, well, you could have built a mage right there. The point isn't like harpies or dragons coming out of there. Air troopers. The Warble can spam air troopers from that tower, and like, what do?
Frog slowly moving across the deep end. I guess Ogre's like, oh, I need to get my army over here to defend this because the
Yeah.
barracks is gonna go down potentially.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a worship crit on that Rax, and that hurts.
That does hurt.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
It hurts a lot. It hurts like it killed it. That's how much it hurts.
Pretty painful.
He even heals off your opponent's tower.
Oh, that's a flex.
Okay, nice
Uh,
witch play. I mean, I guess Warble's really far ahead now, so
Yeah, but why throw away the lead?
I mean, maybe they just feel like they're pressured to.
Oh yeah, could be, but I don't see.
I don't agree with this. I actually don't think there's a reason to attack here.
Is there even a maids anywhere there?
No mage, but with Sedge, they can kill both of the witches there.
Can you?
Oh no, you can't. Okay, I don't think you can actually.
Yeah, because there are no
Yeah,
witch
that's a very nice
spirits.
position. Yeah, yeah. It's, never mind.
Ogre
Yeah,
hit with the
you can't
rifle?
kill anything.
You can kill the knight,
Oh, okay.
but maybe it's not enough. No, not. Oh,
Okay, well,
tier 2.
tier
Go
2,
tier
okay,
two.
that changes
Never
things a
mind.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, that changes things. Okay, there we go.
Hmm.
Now I can do some work. Not enough though. Not enough.
Yeah.
I won't say too little, too late, because tier 2 Sedge is not too little, but it is too late.
Yep, that's fair. And now both witches will die. Sedge's witches, that is.
That mage comes in, which follows up.
And I think, you know, if those ballistas were like better units, ooh, ours just gets murdered.
Very, very slow crawl of the merfolk. Up on the top
'Cause
right hand
that was
side.
just a 6 HP worship, right? Getting the crit on that archer. And it still got murdered. And those ballistas, they're just doing nothing.
And this is the army composition Warble wants to have, right? You want to have 2 or more golems. He wants to have Mercia with, I assume, tier 2 groove at this point. Yep, 200%. And even drops the mage heal just to be safe. Picks up the knockdown on that village.
Yeah, you don't want any surprise littles happening to your show.
We even see Warble building a defensive ballista.
I mean, is he miming? Or did he get baited by his opponent? I don't like ballista.
Okay. Well, every unit Sedge hits with this turn, or not every, but a lot of units Sedge hits with this turn are all gonna get kills. So,
Yeah, so that's not how you wanna play Sedge.
oh, nice use of the frog there. Does a bit more damage.
If Sedge can get there, they can kill.
Oh, nice crit on the golem. Uses the rifle.
I mean, if Sedge gets there, he'll lose HQ, I think. He needs to be there for the defense of the HQ.
Oh yeah, you don't wanna go all the way to the right, but it would be very cool.
Ooh.
That's a lot of weak units.
Golem is gonna
Okay,
die.
Sedge can kill it. Nice. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad.
Builds an
Yeah,
extra
so-
rifle. Actually, there's 3 rifles and 2 ballista here.
Yeah, right now I'm thinking, if those indirects were actually, you know, real army, Sedge
think-
would probably be able to turn the game around.
I think he still has a chance here. I don't think this is as bad as it looks.
It looks pretty. It sure looks pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
Never
flips
mind.
the barracks.
Yep.
I didn't see that.
Alright. Tier 2 comes out, so this is going to be a big heal on the whole army. I think Warship can now do something serious. Oh, no, I actually only got a 10% heal. Ooh. Ballista on a road. That's not going to be long for this world. Other ballista takes damage. Even the dog comes in. I did not expect a dog to hit a ballista that hard.
So that
Oh.
Mercia tier 2, I don't think it
Wait,
heals that
dog hit-
much.
What?
Yeah, it did like 40 to 50
75?
damage.
Oh, okay. Okay, there we go.
That's
that's
a
more
lot
like
of damage to...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't think the
75.
heal killed like really huge numbers, but it topped some units off, enabling some one-shots.
Alright, finally that goes down. And
And
actually,
a dragon build right there.
because Sedge is like so far away at the end of his turn, like he just isn't in range to groove anything. So maybe a slight misplay there from OgreNade. Probably could have put Sedge somewhere like a little bit more
Well, he has
advanced.
no army though, so it's very hard to position aggressively without army.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're afraid Sio is gonna die. And even if Sio doesn't die, I mean, you need to bring units to low health anyway, and that's hard when you don't have army. So the real mistake is losing all your dudes.
Yeah, now Warble's just running over the economy.
And I see 4 rifles. You can't build 4 rifles. It's not how this game works.
Mercia grooves twice in a row. It's
Yep.
going to be a lot of
And
damage.
that's why you don't build for rifles. Like, this is what happens to it.
I mean, I
eventually.
guess he's down a barracks and a tower, so you can only build rifles at this point.
Well,
What
he
rifles are
wasn't
so cool
before.
though.
He wasn't
I-
always behind the barracks and a tower. He should have, not
Yeah,
built
well, the
more than
rifle
one
builds are
rifle.
fairly recent, though. Like, he had like, maybe 1 or 2 before this point, but...
What? Oh, rifles do lots of damage though, so great for Sedge. Although he can still come back. Oh no! Oh, never mind. I just saw the 2 dragons there behind the barracks. Maybe it's maybe if he gets lucky.
He has to play defensively this turn with Sedge as well, so...
Yeah.
It was also 2 ballistas, by the way. So, I'm counting all those together.
He-
It was like,
He does
you
have a
can't
frog. He
build
does have a frog though.
a billion, like, indirects.
I've never seen the naval fronts advance this far. Up on the top left, it looks like they're actually getting ready to go around and hit the strongholds at some point. Or at least, like, pressure it. Or at least cap their opponent's port or something along those lines. I guess you could, in theory, you could do that, right? You could take your opponent's port.
And it doesn't really happen usually.
It would
kinda
be
mean
an
if-
incredibly advanced game state.
Oh yeah.
Before that happens, you've taken both Raxes, so the game is over.
Yeah. And Warble's just coming down with like a massive amount of army. But I appreciate that OgreNade is wanting to fight this out.
Oh yeah. Me too.
And I guess like
I mean-
with Sedge you always have lethal. Is the
Yeah,
other thing.
no
like,
matter
if-
how bad the position looks, if you have Sedge there too, you really don't want to resign another rifle. I mean, I guess at this point you're just keeping up unit counts.
He has 2 frogs. He has 2 frogs. Guys, he might actually win this. Like with the 2 frogs, anything can happen. You know. Oh no. 3 dragons though.
Oh, that's 3,000 gold on the side of Warble.
Yeah.
You could just build a dragon in front of their opponent.
But they're not ending the game. They're just fighting with these barracks. It's kind of funny.
I mean, or maybe they can, hold the money and start building golems now that they have these racks. I guess
also-
no, just build a dragon and build golems anyway next turn.
Yeah, I do appreciate that Warble is taking this phase of the game seriously though. Like they're still positioning their units well, they're still keeping up like good, efficient use of the groove. They're
Well, if
playing
you
the
fuck it
defe-
up,
the
you're
defense.
against Sedge, you can still just lose immediately. Ooh, rifle isn't dealing much against dogs. But the sword will do it.
Just even more rifles. Is there a point where you just have enough rifles that it's like really difficult for your opponent to like attack into you? There are 6 out and 4 harpoon ships.
There is a point where you need real army.
True. I mean that's the barracks gone down as well. They can only build rifles in naval at this point.
And naval should have been Krakens, not harpoons, I think.
Warble also building rifles on their sides.
Like, what are the 3 harpoons doing here? I guess for the dragons?
Yeah, yeah, that
like-
makes sense. There's a lot of dragons. They also fight the naval somewhat efficiently. Like you can poke at them from range.
I would have liked to see, one more maids maybe.
So many rifle shots to kill a golem.
A rifle's good.
They
This is
get it
actually
down?
amazing. This is better than any match I've ever seen.
It's
What?
really
Oh.
fun.
Oh
Okay, I think OgreNade is just like, yeah, you know what?
wow!
I'll just give you this
Come
one.
on. I would have loved to. What? No.
just when it was getting good, right? Says
Okay, well they're on road against
is
4
getting fun.
dragons, so even after the
They're
nerf,
fine. They're fine. They're fine. I don't see a way to kill here. I think it's RNG.
Okay, well, very well played there by Warble. OgreNades. I mean, I feel like they just didn't have much
What
of
the
another
kills.
choice. Like, I think you just
Wow.
have to build rifles at that point, even if they're because like you've lost your barracks, you lost your second barracks at that point too. But
I mean, when
Yeah,
you're
it's-
starting to lose your racks and you've lost your tower, I think you spam Krakens and you send them the other way. But
Also viable, yeah. Well, I think he actually tried doing that at one point and they just got killed, but...
Well, he did like one Kraken and like 20 rifles, a billion harpoons, something like this. I don't agree with this composition, but it's like also really hard to know what you want to do when, when this is the game state. It's a pretty crazy game state even for really experienced,
was-
expert players.
I
Like for newer players, nobody knows how to do this.
I never thought I would see this game state on any map, but here we go. Here we are.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that was a fun one. We're gonna call it there for today, so we'll move on to this other screen.